Audio is all muted as well. All right. Nice start tech wise. Not our best. Uh, Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us here on our stream tonight. We'll take a couple of minutes and get all of our tech stuff worked out and allow people to roll in as we kind of got a rough start. My name's Vale, here with Golden Characters, and we're doing a little game dev behind the scenes. I've got not one, but two developers here with me, and you'll be able to see that as soon as I can get it up on the screen. I'm struggling. There we go. It's taking a minute, and let's see. These last minute trying to fixes, not the best. I want to be able to have you actually on screen before we. Normally we have this all situated ahead of time. I apologize for the delay, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. All right, we are good there. I think I know what the issue is momentarily. So, things are perfect. Tech difficulties happen to all of us. Thank you, Abomination. I appreciate that. Feels like to me more than to others, but we're just gonna chalk it up to allowing people the time to stroll in late because nobody's ever on time, right? All right. There, guest guest one. Here we go. All right. And let me get this up. All right. So, a bit of a rough start here. It looks like folks are rolling in. It's all coming together. What do you know? I would like everybody to welcome our guests, plural. Looks like we have two guys here with us. This is Stefanos and Johnny. Steph and Johnny are in Cyprus, and so it is an odd time for them to be on. So I appreciate you guys making the extra effort on your end, schedule wise, to be here at this odd hour. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, we want to talk to you guys, get to know you a little bit, and talk about this game, Sparkfield.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So, thank you for having us. First of all,
Absolutely.
we're really glad and amazed by your message. Like you liked our content. We're trying to be, a bit innovators in that space and try to push as much content as we can in terms of game development and everything. Actually, me and Johnny now we are the marketing team, let's say, behind the game. We're not actually the developers, so please not much technical questions. But well, we do know all the technical stuff, but basically we're just a team of friends. Me and my co-founder Constantinos, who couldn't join currently. Basically, we started this thing as a way for us to find a place where players and basically kids could be more productive with their screen time. And while we were wondering what could we do to make kids screen time more productive, we said what's better than a game. And we started this journey, and we have now another co-founder, and now our friend joined us to create a more inspiring and more engaging content. And we hope that's where also you found us, and we are joining you now here.
Yeah, fantastic. Heard and seen great things. So, we've got a lot of questions we'll start throwing your way. Like you said, not too technical, but we'll just get a
So
better.
if I can answer them, that's great.
All right, but we'll yeah, get to know you guys a little bit better and get to know this game a little bit better. So, thank you guys, everybody who is joining the stream. Please, if you know anyone else who'd be interested, invite some folks to come on in and join us. We appreciate you being here. So I understand it's a team of three working on that's been working on the game. Is that correct?
So now we're a team of four. We
Okay.
are two game developers and two, let's say, marketing. And I currently do the business and the accounting and all that back stuff that we have. And yeah, so it's a team of four now.
Now you said you're doing the business end of stuff, but did you not also work some on like strategy, gameplay, design type stuff?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, so the journey was that me and Constantinos, like my co-founder, we were friends since kids, and we were throwing out ideas on how to make a startup or how to start a business together. We were also DJs together when we were younger, and I went off to study law. He went off to study computer science, and then at his last year of university, he started like liking game stuff, and he got more into game development. And that's where basically we got also in a competition where we're trying to figure out how to integrate productivity into an application for specifically for kids. That was for kids. That's where the idea was born, at least. And from that idea that was started like 1.5 years ago, 1 year ago we started building this game as an idea of us creating a more productive experience, let's say, for not only for kids, but especially for kids, because we were kind of frustrated by how like our nieces, our sisters, and everything, like small kids, were now spending their time on TikTok and stuff, and like how their time was spent. So we started building the game, and yeah, I started doing like the design of the game with a 3D artist and the level design and everything. That's where we figured out also that investors wouldn't actually give us money, like to kids that wanted as first time founders to raise money to do a game without having any experience of the gaming industry. They wouldn't give us money, of course. So we said, okay, let's do it on our own. Let's make something, a version of it that players would enjoy, and players would I incentivize them to explore our world and our idea, so that we can later on invite investors and invite funds to grow this thing and make our actual vision a reality. So that's where the Sparkfield treasure hunt started, and you've seen all the videos now that we're posting in social media about the treasure hunt. It's because we wanted to uh, basically publish a beta version of our game that will be a treasure hunt within the mobile game.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we are taking a bit of a Ready Player One approach. We are inviting like the one person, the one player that will find the treasure. We're inviting them also if they want to join our creators team and give us some ideas, like advices in our advisory boards, let's say. And we're also throwing a cash prize just to incentivize people to explore our idea. And yeah, so I also worked doing all the business around the investment and trying to figure out the industry, what everyone is working on now. So yeah, we've been through this journey the past couple of years where we're trying to figure out first what's the game industry, then trying to figure out who to trust to build this with. And yeah, so that's where we are now. We got through a couple of months of creating all the 3D assets, all that you see now through the screen, and make something that we actually liked. Because, I mean, personally, I'm a bit of a nerd. I have the Marvel mural here, if you can see. So I wanted to build something a bit more Asgardian. and have a cool concept for people to play around. So yeah, we started with creating the animations and the 3D art and everything, and yeah, we're trying to figure out as we go along. We hope to have it published by end of April, start of May.
Okay.
Um, our co-founder that joined, he also worked in Meta. He also worked in other game studios. He's from Greece, Gerasimos, and yeah, we're really glad that he joined because he has a lot of experience in the gaming industry, and now he's working on basically doing the most of the part of the things that need to be done because the game is almost finished, but it needs all the polishing, all the
Right.
things that need to be just right, let's
Yeah.
say.
Well, I mean, it looks great. It looks great from what we've seen at this point. In fact, let me roll the trailer really quick, and then we'll talk some more, and we'll just give people a chance to see your guys' trailer. Before I roll this, I will let people know that the link to the website for Sparkfield, as well as the link tree, the link to for all their media links, available below, or whatever device you're using, next to, below. Look for our about section here on this page and check that links section. They're listed right there for you, so you can grab those and check out the
Yeah.
game for
Just to
yourself.
say that it's better to maybe get the Sparkfield games Instagram because in the link tree there is also Sparkfield Parents, which was an approach that we abandoned for now because we
Okay.
don't want kids to hate our game. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's check out the trailer. All right.
Mhm.
So
This was
go ahead. What were
yeah.
you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, this was mostly like to showcase our current state of design and art.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why it's not really a trailer that I just created something just to show you guys all the art and everything that was there, and also show the mechanics of our kart racing, which is basically one of our challenges and mechanics that we thought of ways of how to incorporate something more productive. We've seen all the games like educational games that try to blend education in gaming, but they don't do it in a fun way. They somehow try to stop gaming and put education and impose it, let's say. So we said, let's do a kart racing first and see if people like it. Just navigating through the course, and I don't know if you've seen the the questions of the,
Yeah.
let's say, multiple choice questions, trivia questions come up to the screen. The player slows a bit down to read the question, but it doesn't stop the game, and you can choose where to navigate. It's path A, path B, or path C. And whether you choose A, you're wrong or right. If you're right, you get a boost. If you're wrong, you get shaken a bit, but you don't stop. You go, you
Ah,
compete
gotcha.
with your friends, and the game still goes on. But you might not take all the points that need to be taken to beat your best friends, let's say, a high score.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we
Hmm.
we wanted to do some mechanic with the calculations and everything that it might you might also have a better advantage if you even make a question wrong. But yeah, we wanted to let players cheat a bit if they wanted to.
So, so I mean, how would you describe the game to someone? Is this? based on what we've seen, what you've talked about, I mean, it seems like it's meant to be an educational game targeted to like a teenage audience. Is that
Yeah, it's mostly for teenage audience, I think, and we don't want to call it educational game because educational games are kind of boring and something that the school give it to you.
right?
And our final vision is to build something where a community is built, where the story is driven by the players, and where by incorporating new technologies such as AI, which is something that we are working also now with my co-founder. We both worked on AI, and they're trying to figure out how we can incorporate it in terms of creating of letting the player, let's say, create the lore by themselves and adjust the lore by themselves, and also create an auxiliary, let's say, storyline and auxiliary media, a series of episodes that have to do with what is Sparkfield and what is this cosmos that they are building. Yeah, we have many ideas that will come to place, of course, in our final version of the game. But for now, the game is mostly the treasure hunt and the attempt to, let's say, do these grand trials.
So it's meant to be more of a fun environment, gaming environment that, as a side effect, has some educational benefit. Is that fair?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I like it.
We want to call it productive education mostly.
Fair
Because
enough.
also we have in this version of our game, we will also have the economy, which is based on you building a business. The player we want players to build also skills like building their own business, marketing their own business. So we are going to incorporate also some mechanics where players will be able to uh, sell and buy lemon juices. The buying lemon juices is actually to have energy to compete within the games and everything. It's part of the economy and how players will interact with the game. But the selling juices, basically, you cannot buy your own juice. You have to buy from others. But to buy from others, you need to find something that is cool and you like it. So it's either your friend that set up a shop or someone putting up a gift that they liked. So I like that gift. I'm going to buy from that guy, and he has that price. So it suits me. And by letting players adjusting the prices to their lemon juices and creating a little economy and putting some economics in it, we want to make a fun thing out of building their own business.
Nice. Very nice. Cool. So, Royal Pain asked, is it targeted for any grade or age group specific? So, like when you set out, did you have a certain age in mind or
When we set out, let's say we were more in the younger ages, but currently I think we are focusing more on players that are for sure 9 plus, and let's say in teen years mostly.
Mhm. Great.
12 to 18.
Okay. And so I understand you did say April for a release. Is that correct?
End of April, yeah. We're
Okay.
hoping for end of April, start of May.
Okay. But players
I
have a
want to
way.
actually ask you, do you think that we are thinking of asking someone from the USA also whether that's good season for kids to play in games and joining new games and everything?
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask, but I mean, from what I've seen with the industry, I think any time to release is good. The key is just building hype for your game, building recognition,
Yeah,
getting eyes
of
on it.
course.
I don't think it matters whether you release in March, April, June, December. I don't think that's going to play as big of a factor as just getting eyes on it. Making people aware
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
No, of
Um,
course, of course.
yeah, cool. So, but right now, if these folks are interested in the game, they can get themselves on a wish list of sorts, or
So we are gonna create our wish list around March through App Store and the Play Store because it's gonna be on App Store and Play Store. What I would suggest is follow our Instagram because we are also throwing many hints around, which ultimately they will lead to. I cannot reveal many stuff that will happen because it's a
okay,
treasure hunt, but the hints have to do with the game, have to do with the treasure hunt, and they will have to do also with, let's say, an accompanying website that we're going to build to as an ARG, an alternate reality game that we are going to create in the next month that will engage the people that want to join the game and the people that want to actually get some actual hints and some actual gist out of this. So yeah, I would suggest to follow our Instagram, and for sure they're gonna see the big ones.
yeah, yeah. So it sounds like you have like the treasure hunt and the kart racing and those elements, the economic system with the lemonade stand, all that sounds like it's going to be part of that initial release. And then you're looking to add additional games, additional content moving forward.
Yeah, so this is one of the challenges that the cartels is just one of the challenges. What we aim for is having 4 challenges each season, and also having, let's say, a multi-planetary system with tribes, where people, let's say, players will be able to create their own tribe and be their own content creator, let's say. Like Roblox, you build your own game, your own levels, and people join your own levels. Well, in Sparkfield, we hope that people will join your own tribe, and you will have your own island in space.
Okay.
So that's the final aim for the game, is to have 4 challenges that also have to do with integrating productivity and the mindset of having to think a bit to actually challenge with your friends and compete with your friends. Because ultimately it will be a massive multiplayer game, and we want it to have that having that competitiveness in it. But yeah, so the game for now is this more concrete version of it, but we'll later on have these 4 challenges, this multiplayer system, and some more depth in the economy system, let's say.
Great, great. So, Abomination asked, are the players able to chat within the game? You mentioned MMO style. So, is there going to be the ability to converse, or how do you deal with that when you're targeting, kids?
Yeah, kids. Yeah, exactly. So currently no, because we didn't want to spend a lot of money and a lot of time to try to understand how to do safe chats and everything. And that's going to be something that for sure we're going to have in our final version of the game, because in our final version of the game, we want players to even share screen shares of their characters, to share maybe stories of their school or their time and everything, so they can chat in this more fun way with our characters, with their avatars, basically.
Cool. Very nice. Very nice. All right.
But
Well,
now you will be able to. Sorry, I forgot.
you're fine.
Now you will be able to connect with friends so that you
Mhm.
can compete in the kart racing.
All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing all that. Still have some more questions, but I did want to take a moment to just say, we haven't heard from Johnny at all. Does he want to say hi or anything?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting us here.
Absolutely.
Um, I do know some stuff about the game, but I don't know as much information as Stefanos, so that's why I'm letting him giving all the talking about like everything and stuff. I do want to say that we do have big plans for the future. But yeah, like from my perspective is like because I'm in the marketing team and like content creating stuff. Like Stefano said before, we're just putting out hints. We're trying to find a fun way for kids, teenagers, even adults, if we could like reach out to them to interact with us through our videos in like kind of like a funny way, trying to like persuade them to download the game and that it is worth it because I do believe that it is a game that it might be educational, but in a way it's fun too.
Yeah, so it will be fun for everyone.
Yeah, without me like not want to downgrade other games, I won't use other games as examples, but it's kind of playing other games that are really popular right now. But you do gain knowledge about other stuff that you might have not known, but you might have known about it.
Sorry, I
And
got
it
to
might be a cool way.
go ahead.
Pardon?
Go ahead. Sorry.
It might be a cool way for like kids to talk about like, oh, like, did you know the answer to this quest was this historical figure or whatever like thing or geographical thing or mathematic thing that we didn't learn about at school, for instance.
Yeah, yeah. So make proactivity and gaming talks more productive.
Definitely. Cool, cool, cool. Well, we've had several good comments, and in the chat, a lot of folks have thrown you guys some compliments on the ideas and the systems. So
Yeah.
good positive
Appreciate
feedback, guys. And again, definitely appreciate you taking the time to join us from such a weird hour. For anybody who doesn't know, for these guys, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I think where they're at. Is that
Yeah,
about
yeah.
right? Or five now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
probably
yeah.
quite right.
to make this work was that was a big ask, but I definitely appreciate it. I think there's some folks who are really excited to see this, and see you guys progress with it. It definitely sounds like it's got some real potential to it, and I hope it takes off like you're hoping. I really do. Um, what
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
what platform? So, if I understood correctly, this is geared for a mobile platform, or what all are you setting it up for?
Yeah, so for this stage, for the treasure hunt, we want to create this as a mobile platform. But looking at the industry now and how it progresses, uh, I think building a PC game will be actually the most good idea, let's say. So we are also exploring of how to integrate that into a more of a PC version of the game, or even use Switch as it's popular with teenagers and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Console game, I mean, in terms of PlayStation or Xbox, we're not really considering it as it's more of a game that I think you'll play with more of a mobile device or maybe the PC.
Yeah, I imagine these days Switch will be a good platform to get to if you can. Yeah, Royal Pain and Abomination are agreeing with all that. Switch and PC.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool, very cool.
And
Um,
also, I mean,
mhm.
looking at everyone that knows from the gaming industry and seeing all the good comments, would love some feedback also in our videos and everything that we are posting in social media, so we can know what actually people that are our target audience basically would want to see in terms of content and everything. That would be fun to if they want to throw some feedback. Just DM us or comment on any of the videos, and we'll take in all the needs. Maybe shout you out.
That's yeah, that's great. So since you're talking about feedback from that age group, how have you guys done any play testing yet into that group?
So we've done one with a more alpha testing of our game. It was an even earlier version before all these graphics were made and the 3D art was made. we started with like 20 kids and their parents. Their parents, of course, loved it. Some of them, they were a bit skeptical when we told them that we want to dominate, like in terms of their screen time and everything, because they
Right.
don't like screen time at all. But yeah, the kids liked it and they didn't care much at all about the questions and the trivia, which was really a good feeling for us, because that was our only worry, if kids wouldn't like trivia questions throwing around in a card racing. So they thought it was fun. So that
Good.
was a good
Great.
launch.
Fantastic. That's good. Yeah. Hopefully, that sounds like you got a good test group going, and hopefully you'll be able to get some good feedback. Maybe even some folks in this crowd. I did see a comment earlier on. You guys can check it out. Just a comment on your social media about the text color versus the background color being difficult to read on some of the stuff. So, um,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
there
Yeah,
we go.
we want to work on that for sure. I
Cool.
can see it too when I
Yeah.
mention them.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Um, very cool. All right. Well, I do want to, first of all, welcome everybody back who was on an ad break. And I know that some folks have rolled in later. So, just to catch everybody up, we are talking with Steph and Johnny and the game Sparkfield, which has a great aesthetic and looks like a cool environment, and be able to kind of on the side become a little bit of an educational game. But we're not using that term, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Productive,
right.
productive.
um, but yeah, a great environment that could maybe, as you said a moment ago, take some screen time away from some maybe not as great things from a parent's perspective,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
right.
Always.
So we can come back to the game, but I do want to take a minute to ask you about yourselves personally. I saw that you were involved in co-founding APLA. Is that something you want to share with us, or?
Yeah, it's actually the logo you see behind me. So apply it basically means simple in Greek, and it's an NGO that I founded with a friend of mine, and we are currently working on promoting digital democracy in our country, in Cyprus, and raising awareness to the youth through various channels, mostly um, through podcasts, through Instagram, and through campaigns that we do. Yeah, it's mostly politics and digital democracy stuff. It doesn't have to do really with my whole game and everything, but it's a fun way that I want to give out to my society and my environment here. And that's how I entered also mostly the tech stuff, because, as I said, I was a lawyer. um, I studied law because I liked also politics and everything. But since I was a kid, I wanted to do biotech. That was a real roller coaster for me. I went from biotech to law and now back to tech and games. So yeah, and now I am currently working as a technology consultant, uh, like my 9 to 5, in order to support, of course, the game until it's released and we can actually fund ourselves. And yeah, so now I currently work at tech.
That's great. No, I appreciate that. And I know you feel like it doesn't have to do with the game, but I'm a strong believer that the people
Yeah,
who develop the games, you get out of it what you put into it. And so understanding a
yeah,
little bit of your background and your passion and,
yeah,
what's important to you kind of helps us understand where the game came from, its origins. And so I
yeah.
think that's a great thing to talk about. So,
Yeah, I mean, my dedication in working on stuff that have social impact, that's where the game also stemmed, to be honest. So that kind of that also fits with the whole apply and everything. So for sure, the founders are putting their hearts and what they believe into in the game for sure.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And I don't know. I don't know if we want to throw the same question out for Johnny or not. If you wanted to share anything
Yeah,
about your
for
background.
sure. Basically, I'm finishing my bachelor's degree in May on media and communication. I've always wanted to do something with social media and stuff. The beginning, I wanted to be a journalist. I worked as a journalist a few years ago. I hated it. And like luckily through different experience, like different lectures and stuff, I saw that marketing is something that you can do in your own way and it can be fun and you can enjoy it too. And the random story of how I basically ended up working with Stefano and Costantino is we were at Comic Con a few months ago and let me find them off.
Yeah. So he was helping us yeah, at Comic Con to create awareness through Cyprus for our game, and we said,
This mask right here.
yeah.
And
So yeah, we created a whole mask
yeah,
just to go around through Comic Con and try to show people that we are doing actually something here.
Nice.
And yeah, we said to him, I mean, you should join us and do it actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So now he's our persona and the face of Sparkfield.
kind of
Gotcha.
humiliating myself, but we're having fun.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So I want to encourage anybody watching who's here with us live. If you guys have questions either for Steph or for Johnny or about Sparkfield, please drop your questions in and we'll try to field those as we are able. And then also be sure to check out the link below. In our About section, there's the links there available for you to be able to check out the webpage and various social media links. I believe you did say, Steph, IG, Instagram was the best place to go. That's where you recommend, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but the Sparkfield game one, not the Sparkfield Pirates one.
Okay. All right. There you go.
There's
uh,
a comment that Abomination said the parents can know it's educational, just don't tell the kids. That's what we tell every parent because basically we were kids like 10 years ago. So we know that we don't want our parents to tell us what to play. Every
right.
kid's going to decide what they're going to play. But it's a good thing if parents know that if they search up what their kids is playing is educational and that's helping them out, they might be more supportive to it because if parents find out that their kids are playing like first person shooters or something that a lot of parents
Yeah.
they don't feel like their kids should be playing this game, they would support it more. So I feel like it should be like a secret from the parents to their kids that they enjoy that their kids are playing
Yeah.
this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you market the game to like kids and not let the parent, like, I don't know, like it seems an interesting strategy where you've got to market it to the parents to be able to give it to the kids without forcing it on them, and you got to be able to market to the kids to where the parents are going to go, oh yeah, yeah, oh, okay, so it's
Exactly,
uh
exactly. It's like a chicken and egg. It's a bit of a paradox that we were
yeah, yeah.
uh, basically we're struggling with it a lot in the beginning. That's why we created actually Sparkfield Parents, the Instagram that you might see in our link tree. And but then we said, okay, we go to parents. No, we are not gonna. we're not going to be successful. They're going to impose it on the kids, and we are not sure if we want kids to have our game in this way. And that's why I said we're going to focus on creating a cool game and show it to kids as much as we can in terms of through social media and everything. And later on, we can let parents in.
And
Yeah.
that's where the goofy persona comes in that we made up, is to like draw kids towards us,
Mhm.
to see that it's all funny, entertaining, and
Yeah,
that we're not that serious. Even though we are serious as like a group, we're trying to play out as if like it's like fun and games, and
yeah,
we're not boring people that want to educate you to stuff.
Right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna ask another, like, hopefully this isn't a tough question, but when it comes to a lot of the games that are geared towards kids, I know one of the big things that often comes up is like dealing with IAPs and stuff. When it
Yeah.
comes to in-app purchases and a lot of microtransactions, stuff like that, is that something that is a part of this environment, or what has been your take, your approach, your thoughts on that?
Okay, so for now, the microtransactions that are going to happen are going to be very minimal because we don't really expect to make money out of this version of our game, this beta version, let's say, because the transactions will be very minimal. The only in-app purchases, we're going to have some skins, some characters that you're going to buy. But of course, I know that through Apple there are mechanisms for the parents. The how's it called? Yeah, there's a parent system. Let's say that to make a purchase, you need an authorization
Hmm.
from your parent. So of course, we're going to encourage implementing that for the kids and everything in terms of buying gems. If they want to buy gems to buy a skin and spending or something. And later on, where it would be a more serious economy, of course, that's where we are going to invite also parents because ultimately when we establish ourselves as a fun game that kids play, that everyone needs to be there, and that cool place that everyone needs to be there, that's where we're going to approach parents and say, okay, here's your account too. You can have metrics on what your kid is learning. You can have metrics on what your on how they spend your money, basically.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Good. So here's a question for you. Do you guys find yourself, have you ever gone in and either done play testing, or you're just checking out new mechanics that are implemented, and find yourself just playing and being entertained by the game?
Oh yeah, the kart racing I was playing and I wanted to learn because some of the trivia questions I also saw doing them wrong because I currently understood that I knew all the dinosaurs when I was a kid, and I knew all the planets, but now I am struggling to remember them. So all the trivia questions, some of them I was getting them wrong, and I was a bit pissed. So I was playing.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so all right, another tough question. It sounds like you've got a lot of long-term plans for Sparkfield. Is there any other project or game that's sort of on the back of your mind that sort of we'll get to that next, or is this for the foreseeable future?
This is for the foreseeable future for sure because we don't want to be a game studio that creates many games. We want to be a game studio that creates many experiences around this one game and concept. So we want to create that a concrete lore and a concrete concept that we will then build around it many other experiences, such as maybe someday even a TV series or something like a TV series that comes from the tribes that the actual kids created. Something like this. We want to let in kids to create their own brand, their own concept, something like that.
Nice, nice, awesome. All right. Well, let me give you the opportunity. I've kind of been throwing all the questions your way and just, making you respond on the fly. Is there any part of the game or part of the project that I haven't asked about that you'd like to share? Something that you like in particular, or that you would just like to add on to what we've already talked about?
To be honest, all things that come in mind, I cannot say them because the most cool stuff are the treasure hunt.
Treasure. Secret, secret.
And yeah, it's all very secret, and basically, it's a sequence of puzzles that for me are very exciting, and because we also link them, let's say, with our past and our experiences and our stories that we are going to also project through the gallery, let's say, of our within our game, making it a bit of more Ready Player One style. And yeah, so most of them I cannot share.
I understand. I understand. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
a ton of sense. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I do want to take a quick moment to tell all of my followers, especially the subscribers that are your regulars here. They've probably already tried to go in and activate some of the special channel feature redeems that we have. Just to let you know, I just deactivated them for tonight while we have guests, just to make sure that they get full time on screen. So don't worry, they'll all be back. But I just, yeah, I figured y'all probably noticed because they're used to throwing all kinds of stuff up on the screen, and I just wanted to deactivate that while you guys were
All right,
on.
all right.
But
Right.
all right, cool. I'm gonna roll real quick. I'm gonna roll this trailer one more time for anybody who joined us late or wants to see. I mean, as you mentioned, it's not like a full gameplay trailer, but it does give a great feel for the aesthetics of the environment. Really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, you can see the Viking details, but more high tech Viking details, let's say. That's what we wanted to go for, to create a world where we put something that we like, the arena. I mean, we are so quick that so that we wanted to put some of that in it. And yeah, here is the question system with
Yeah.
the driving through the course.
Quick glimpse of that there right at the end. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Awesome. All right. Well, again, if anybody else has any questions for Steph or Johnny before we let them go, I hope you'll throw them out there. All right. There's our usual. I forgot to even ask it. We always get this one. What's your favorite game? What do you like to play?
Oh, currently, I am very excited. Uh, not very excited. I love playing Batman Arkham Knight in PS5. Well, it's an old game, but I just love it. I don't know. I love the character of Batman too, so I'm kind of obsessed with it. Um, Johnny plays a lot of new games, so
Personally, though, my favorite game, I think it's Kingdom Hearts 2. It's a game that I've been playing since I was a kid. I still play it. I love the structure of the whole story and everything about it. I'd say Kingdom Hearts 2, and another game that I really enjoyed growing up was Heavy Rain because of the decision making and how whatever decisions you make as before turns around the story, and it feels like you control how the story's going to go, but your actions control how it's going and stuff.
Nice, nice.
Also, if I'm gonna give a second one, it's Witcher.
What was that?
Witcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That one I love.
All
I love
right.
the whole like lore and character.
All right. Abomination asked, "Where can I go to find the current treasure hunt my 13-year-old wants to play?"
So yeah, the third hunt is gonna be released in end of April, start of May. I
Yeah.
thought he was asking where the actual treasure was. That would be a tricky question.
Where's the treasure? Tell us now, so that
Yeah,
when it comes
yeah.
out, we have an advantage over everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. All
But
right.
if they want to find out about the treasure hunt, they could follow us on our Instagram so they can gain more hints and knowledge about the game.
Definitely. I mean, just all around, guys, for everybody here. I think we do this enough. Hopefully, everybody already knows. And I know we've got a great supportive group here. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But yeah, I mean, just give yourself throw a follow over there on their IG account. Hopefully you'll throw one there on Golden Character Design, and just for nothing else, just to be able to get those notifications for when things are happening. You see the progress that's being made on the games. You see what's coming up, all those types of things, so that you keep abreast. It's wonderful to be able to support each other as a dev community. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about this community, is just how supportive people are, and that's why I do
Exactly.
this. I really love being able to host guys like you and bring you on and get to know you a little bit and showcase your project, and hopefully get some people out there that wouldn't otherwise know about it to get to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No,
um,
that's what I love also about this community. I joined like a couple of years ago, as I said, and that's what I love with game development. It's fun, and it's everyone in it. It's a fun community.
yeah, it's really cool. It's great to see how it's growing. Even it isn't even its busiest or best time for the industry, and yet there's still just so much encouragement and support, especially for indie developers. And I think that's fantastic. So I'm gonna second what Royal Payne said there. It's a great concept, and hope you guys have great success with it. So
Thank you very much.
yep, yep,
Thank you very
yep,
much, Rory.
absolutely. All right. Well, I guess hopefully you guys got some sleep or are gonna get some sleep. I don't know.
We're
Gonna
gonna
get
get.
some sleep.
We're gonna get.
Have you been up all night? That's
Yeah,
We kind of
oh
pulled on all
wow.
night. Yeah.
That is a late night. You're pushing through. We
yeah.
appreciate it. That's a big sacrifice to make for the project, and that speaks volumes right there in how much you care about sharing it. So that's
Of
pretty
course,
cool.
it's our baby.
Yeah, yeah. So well, hopefully you guys can get some sleep, get some
Yeah,
rest,
We'll
we
try.
and if you want to do this again, we'd be happy to come back. We can do maybe when you're close to release time. If you guys want to do like here's where we were and here's where we are now, and showcase what's
Definitely. Yeah.
happened, that would be great.
of
You
course we would
know.
love to.
All right.
We-
Anytime,
Yeah,
you guys are welcome. Of course, I shouldn't say anytime because, obviously
yeah.
we're on a totally different time frame.
So
But
right,
yes, yes.
at some point we hope to be more close and maybe come to the US. So
Yeah.
we'll be in the same time zone.
Very cool. Well, thank you all to everybody who joined us. And if you're watching this after the fact in like a rerun, we appreciate you checking it out and sticking with us, and hope that you'll throw a follow on the channel so that you can keep up with more of these games as we present them. Steph and Johnny, thank you guys so much for joining us. Appreciate your time and your commitment, and best of luck to you on Sparkfield.
Thank you so much for that, and we'll definitely talk soon and keep you updated on everything that's been going on. Thank you for all the support and all the good comments, and yeah, well, you'll see soon a nice treasure hunt. Hope you'll find it. Hope you'll be the winner.
There you go.
I want to say thank you for having us too. We appreciate your work, what you're doing for like the whole gaming community. We appreciate every single person that joined the live stream too, their comments and everything. Really good feedback we've gotten for everybody. We appreciate it so much, and hopefully we'll see you guys again.
Great. Thank you guys so much. And since we do like to support other indie developers, we're going to kick this off. Instead of just shutting off the stream, I'm going to boot everybody to another indie dev stream so that we can just show our support. So, thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever time of
Yeah,
day it is for y'all. And take
exactly.
care. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
All
much.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Bye.
Keep it real.